Man, straight up, the people that are gonna say the meanest things, the people that are gonna say the most fucked up things to you are big backs, right? Big backs and people that don't feel too good about themselves because they didn't put in the work. It's nothing that they were born with. It's not like it's some kind of genetic mutation or deformity or something that they couldn't help. It's something that they could definitely help, but they don't want to. They choose not to. So what they do is they take it out on people that they look at and think like, dang, those people look good. That's what they're thinking in their head. But out loud, they're gonna say and do things that are mean, right? They're gonna be like, oh, psh, look at you. You think you got some muscle? Psh. Or they'll intentionally do things and say things to let's say, for example, I'm gonna use um, when I used to go out, right? I used to be talking to a chick, a pretty one, okay? And here comes her big friend that knows damn well that she hasn't been getting any attention the whole night, comes trying to block, comes trying to cock-a-doodle do block. Okay. I don't know if this has happened to you guys before. This has happened to me one or two times. Okay. This is just an example. You know, they do stuff like that. They do stuff to sabotage you. You'll be talking to a shorty, you'll be talking to a chick. Of course, this was in my single days. No, I'm not single anymore, so I'm just telling you guys that are single. You'll be talking to a young lady that you find attractive, and that is clearly the prettiest one out of the group. And here comes Free Willy in the back, making comments and, oh, she doesn't want to talk to you. And like, ma, first of all, she was talking to me. Second of all, you're mad because no one is paying you any attention. Okay, no one is paying you attention, and now your friend has to take the fall for it. Okay, and the reason why I use that thumbnail with Sydney Sweeney, if you guys see that Sydney Sweeney, the thumbnail of that blonde chick, and then you got that big broad flicking her off because she's, it basically this illustrates what I'm talking about. This is a picture, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. This is exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Just jealous, envious, rude, nasty behavior coming from these type of people that fell for the whole maybe body positivity thing, or maybe one of their liberal woke friends. I don't like getting politics involved in this, but I'm sorry. Those are usually the ones that I find have the worst attitudes, right? That, they got lied to, and they were like, oh yeah, being you're beautiful, even if you're 100 pounds overweight, or you're beautiful even if you don't take care of yourself. And they were fed these lies, and lo and behold, they saw that that doesn't work in the real world. Now they're pissed off. Now they're mad. And now when they see somebody that does look good, now they want to say hating that shit, like, oh, look at you, Miss Cutesy. Or look at, if they're talking to a guy, look at you. You think you're hot shit. And look at him. He's got a little muscle. That doesn't, I don't care. That don't mean you can fight. That's their favorite thing to say. Oh, you got muscle. Uh, a bullet doesn't care about muscles. It's like, bro, you think swole people don't have guns on them too? I'm just throwing that out there. You think every single person that's big, it doesn't have something on them? You're crazy as hell. So that whole point is crazy as hell to me, but that's the type of stuff that they'll say. And you'll just be chilling. You'll just be chilling there. You'll be cooling. You'll be trying to do what you want. And then here goes somebody out the corner of your eye staring at you with this look, staring at you with this look of, oh, look at him type of shit. And it's like, dang, dude. And it's like, you're not hallucinating, because if you were out of shape, when you didn't have a decent physique, when you didn't look healthy, nobody looked at you like that. But now all of a sudden you notice that these guys are staring at you with this look of discontent for no reason at all, other than you're just walking, right? And they don't like it. They don't like that you work for what you have. They don't like that you worked your way up. They would rather hate because it's easier. And just like that picture, instead of that chick being like, okay, I need to work on myself, I can get just as many guys as freaking Sydney Sweeney if I actually took my big ass to the gym, if I actually worked out. But no, I'd rather flick her off and come up with this whole narrative that this whole, and if you guys haven't seen it, it's Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad, and this crap has been making headlines because first of all, it's a pretty white chick in there. They didn't have a pretty fit white chick on there with blonde hair, blue eyes. They didn't put no big back on there, no Oprah Winfrey looking ass bitch on a commercial. Okay. So that's number one. And these type of people, they don't like when attractive, fit people, for example, let's use ads or commercials. They don't like when they use fit and attractive people. Now all of a sudden they're saying they're fat phobic and there's not enough inclusivity and all that crap. And they try to force their way in. They try to force people to think that that crap is attractive. It's never going to be attractive. No one is ever going to find that out of shape crap attractive. And before somebody hops on here talking about, oh, everyone has their preference, dude, those same people, look, listen, the same guys, I bet you anything, the same guys that are like, yeah, that I'm dating a big chick and all that crap like that. The number one reason why they are with this fat chick is because they don't really have any options, and that fat chick is not going anywhere. She doesn't have any options, and she's also desperate as well. Let that same guy, let's call him Mark. Shout out to my Marks out there. I'm not talking about you, okay? Unless you like big hoes. No, I'm talking. But anyway, let's say Mark had an option between Big Back Becky and Fit Farrah, okay? Fit Felicia, right? Let's say both of them gave him the same type of sexual attention. Let's say both of them were like, dang, come here and I want to do this to you and I want to do that to you. Both of them. I bet you anything he would choose that Fit Felicia. If he could, but he couldn't. And that's why he had to settle for a chick that's like 150 pounds overweight. And this is just facts. This is just true. Once again, I'm not talking down on big people because I've met plenty of them that have a good heart, that have a good spirit. I'm talking about the ones that say nasty things, right? Because they expect you as the person to just take all of that because they're big, because they're so-called disadvantaged, or what's that other word? Marginalized or oppressed and that bullshit. So they expect you to just take all that verbal abuse and they can just say whatever the hell they want. And they expect you to not defend yourself. That's what they expect. So, that's why I don't feel bad talking about it, because a lot of times they're going to say and do whatever they think they can say or do whatever they want to you just because they feel like they're disadvantaged. But really, really and truly, they have all the advantages in the world. They have all the tools. They have all the necessary diet plans and all that. They have a gym next to them. If they don't have a gym, they have outside. We live in one of the most privileged eras of time in society. Okay, we live in the most abundant times in society. I mean, if you need a meal plan, if you need a diet plan, if you need exercises, all you got to do is hop on YouTube. I pretty much gained all my exercise and a lot of nutrition knowledge off of YouTube for absolutely free. Okay, now I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it's there for you. You just have to go look. But they don't want to do that. They rather sit there and just hate, right? They just rather make fun of people who are in shape and try to make them feel bad, try to sabotage them, try to say mean things because deep down inside, they want what that person has. Okay. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.